today. From TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Davis Mills and the Houston Texans.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his second season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence.
Now the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bar. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Mancovers were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson: 22 carries, 79 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass. So that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A first down throw for Mills. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mills. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
They'll run the jet sweep now. Rodgers. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking and the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Mills to throw it. And it's caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Mills going to keep it on the option right. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Davis Mills, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Now the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I notice his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now Lawrence. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From midfield now, Lawrence. Dancing to his left. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the 1st down in the process. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the 1st down.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. Here's Lawrence to throw. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
First down by Marvin Jones Jr., and he's got over 300 of those in a career now in its 11th season. He's a guy who just plays so well season in and season out, always averages about 50 to 60 yards a game, and is well respected in the locker room. One of those players that everyone wants in their lineup and wants in their organization.
Again, it's Lawrence toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Robinson fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. Robinson again. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. James Robinson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jags are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Extra point up and good from Santoso. And we are tied at 7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Desmond King to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again. They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mills, he dumps this off to Mack. It'll be a gain of 5, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Mills. Over the middle, complete. That's Mack. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. The holding penalty and negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. Now Lawrence on 1st down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Lawrence. Complete to Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down.
The Jaguars at 3-1 here through their first 4 games.
And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And last week, not only on the scoreboard, but I saw it on tape as well. Definitely not one of their final performances because they were outclassed pretty much right from the start. So I think there'll be a renewed emphasis on trying to be a little better out of the gate in this one so they don't fall into a big hole.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And he will slide to a hold at the end of that one. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, I don't want to be a jinx partner and put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at all-time damn the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the first quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And the Texans say they have it. They do. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 28-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Mills. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. To throw again on 2nd down. Mills looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point try now for Santoso. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Here's Mack to get it again on 2nd down. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Titus Howard, right tackle, the man flag for that one. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mills. And the throw there going to be incomplete. the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Agnew now to return. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second and 5. Now Lawrence to throw.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Desmond King back deep. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And now out comes Houston.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Throwing, Mills.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
On 2nd down, Mills again.
Eluding the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Devon Hamilton.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
Duran Smoot getting in there, recording the sack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now. And this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. They've gone to the second quarter in Buffalo. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They were losers to Philadelphia a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead as they start this drive. And the Bills have now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. And we'll continue to watch the updates on that one as well as the other games going on in Week 5 of the NFL season. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Lawrence. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And now another one thrown incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mills. He gets it to Cooks. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. To throw, Mills. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mills now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Mills. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Jones has it. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They go play action now. Lawrence
going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Lawrence on third down. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
No shortage of impressive moments for him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On first down, Lawrence. The left side completion to Jones. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Lawrence will throw. He's got his big tight end, Farrell, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones from 13 yards out. And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point up and good from Santoso. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Mills. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mack. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
First down, Mills. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Man open. That's Chester Rogers. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Again, it's Mills. He completes this one to Mack. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Mills to throw it.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll drop that underneath DTN.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Now Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Now Lawrence.
This complete to Jones. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This one from 35 yards away.
Up and good for Santoso.
And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Mills. And that's complete to Cooks. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. A first down throw for Mills. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A couple of first downs, has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Mills. And he's got Dorsett complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Operating from the gun. Mills. This to the outside for Mack. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Mills. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dwayne Smoot picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. Mills now from the 50. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Here's Lawrence to throw. Complete to Jones. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Robinson up the middle. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Lawrence to throw. Touchdown! Travis Etienne, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL, and I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, Picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The extra point up and good from Santoso.
And the lead is now 24.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Houston set to take over. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw is Mills.
Got it complete to Rodgers.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll go with Mack here up the middle. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
From the 40 now on 2nd down.
Mills. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Throwing, Mills. Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 16. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
A run up the middle with Mack. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he will be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It was certainly a tumultuous second season for James Robinson through no fault of his own. But through all the noise, he just kept producing. Went over 760 yards and actually scored one more touchdown than he did as a rookie.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A give left side to Robinson, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
From the 44, Lawrence. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Lawrence. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Arnold. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, Robinson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 43. To throw, Mills. This goes to Mack on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but
Certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. Dumps this one off to Mack. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On play action, Lawrence. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 34. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And this Texans defense stands tall. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at the 33-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That'll be caught by Rodgers. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mills on first down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Mills now. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score.
So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Santoso now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
King going to look to bring it out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
And now out comes Houston.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. On 1st and 10, Mills.
Pass incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Here's Mills.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Mills. Over the middle, complete. That's Jordan. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jordan. And he goes out right around the 39. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And they'll throw again. Here's Mills.
They'll run the screen with Mack. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. To throw again on 2nd down. Mills. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Mills on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Robinson with another carry.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Lawrence heads off, and Ryan Santoso, the field goal unit, on now for the Jacksonville field goal try.
This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will extend their lead even further.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And here comes the Texans now.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. First down, Mills. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mills trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Mills.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
That's Philly Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play.
Part of my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Jaguars back with it on offense. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
He completes it to Jones.
And he is going to have a Jags first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Again, it's Robinson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point up and good from Santoso.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. King going to look to bring it out. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Houston's offense taking over again. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. Working out of the gun, Mills.
He finds his man, complete. That's Jordan. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now Mills.
He completes this one to Mack. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
From the gun, here's Mills.
Left side, it's Dorsett. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
From the shotgun, it's Mills.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mills to the air again.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Talk about 2 sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Mack. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice. Obviously, your training camps, your off season. But on game day, You both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Jaguars, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1.